I am surprised nobody is talking about what Samuel Eto'o is doing, the good job he's doing in the area of age cheating. It's like the media is very silent on this one, and I want to drum it home. The Cameroonian Football Federation, that is, they call it FECAFOOT. President is Samuel Eto'o, and he has disqualified 21 under 17 players after they cheated age wise. Yes, for age cheating. That is what Samuel Eto'o has done. Remember, during his campaign, he said that he was going to clamp down on age cheating. It looks as if we are disgracing ourselves too much to the world. If I say ourselves, I'm talking about Africa. We are disgracing ourselves too much in the eyes of the world when it comes to juvenile football. The under 17s, the under 18s, the under 20s. All the time, it's an African country that gets its players disqualified. And Samuel Eto'o is saying that, look, let us disgrace ourselves at home so that we can do our corrections. And when we meet or when we go for championships, we will not be disqualified. Now, let me give you a brief background about what is happening or what has happened in Cameroonian football. They have this tournament called the Unifac Limbe tournament. And this year, 2023, it is going to take place. It is meant for the under 17s in qualifying for the next African U17 Nations Championship. And Cameroon called 30 players. And then Eto'o, the FECAFOOT president. In fact, the Unifac Limbe tournament is a tournament for under 17s for the Central African Football Unions. They play this tournament. That is the background for qualifying for the next African U17 Nations Championship. So Cameroon called 30 U17 players, and Eto'o said, look, let us conduct MRI tests for all these 30 players. And after the MRI test, the results came out that 21 out of these 30 players were overaged. They had cheated. And quickly, they were immediately removed, according to a statement by FECAFOOT. And steps were immediately taken for their replacements. I think this is fantastic. I mean, we've heard it even in Ghana. We've had players being disqualified, and we needed to quickly regroup to assemble another group or another crop of players. When we do this, you go for the tournament and you don't even perform. And I'm very happy that Samuel Eto'o is setting the pace and is setting the tone. I believe that all football association presidents must take this up and make sure we do the right things. Look, age, if you can't play football again, don't. I mean, in Africa, whilst others are growing in football, we get players in Africa rather growing younger. They don't grow older. And it is very, very, very bad. I commend Samuel Eto'o, and I think other football association presidents must champion this. We shouldn't say, yes, he's just a president. He doesn't have a say in it. It's the coaches that call the players. You can give instructions. Samuel Eto'o gave the instructions, and he has personally disqualified these players, 21, and they now have a new crop. Imagine if he had allowed these players to go and play in the Unifac Limbe 2023 tournament, and they win nicely. Now, on their way to the next U17 African Nations Championship or the U17 AFCON. Then CAF conducts this MRI test and disqualify all these players. They now must bring in new crop of players. One, a dent on the image of FECAFOOT. Two, these players cannot go to the tournament and perform any better. At least, if the Brazils, the Argentinas, the France, the Spains are dominating at the senior level, let Africa go in at the junior levels with the right age and also go and dominate. Gone are the days when Nigeria, Ghana, and the likes were dominating U17, U20. I commend Samuel Eto'o for this act, and I think we should be talking about this. Africa must rise up to curb age cheating or age fraud in football. It will not help us. In the long run, it will come back to haunt us, and we are seeing the results. We are seeing the results. We need to sit up